Hello, this is Steve Ramona, your host for Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. I want to thank our sponsors, Infone, and with Infone, you can place your business on everybody's cell phone, turn their business into a web app, and with a click of a button, they'll have access to you 24/7. And also Pantheon.fm. Have you ever thought about monetizing and taking your podcast to the next level? Well, Pantheon can do that. Let us show you how. Reach out to Steve Ramona, the host, at infone.co/SR1, and I will go over with you how you can make your podcast really stand out. Let's enjoy the show. Thanks again, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Hearts podcast. This is your host, Steve Ramona. And I'm fired up. I spent about 20 minutes with Dr. Robb before the show. You guys are going to be inspired and motivated just looking at him. Dr. Robb, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Great to be here. Hey, guys, great to see you all.
Why do you smile all the time?
Well, I was 14 months on the streets and lost everything with alcoholism. So, I lost houses, wives, kids, and wife. I've never seen my youngest child since. Although my daughter came back into my life after 4 years ago. So it's like once you've been to the bottom, whatever that looks like for you, when you come back twice as good, by the way, man, I got to smile every day, to be honest, Steve, because every day is a gift. I found that connection. So what we do is we rewire brains. So when we rewire the brain and you have a spiritual experience, a connection, our DNA changes. That's why I smile every day. So every day's a great day. It's a gift to us. And I used to hate people that said that, Steve, but it's so true.
Yeah, when you smile, other people smile, don't they?
100%. I mean, if you walk in a room with 9 people with a frown on your face, they're going to frown back. You walk in with, 9 people with a smile on their face, they're going to smile back. It's human. It's the mirroring part of the brain. It's human connection and the energy between us. If you want to hang around 9 positive, successful people, you will become the 10th.
I love that. What's that? The people you hang out with, the closest. I always forget that quote, but it's true. Up your game and your game will up right with it.
100%.
Tell us about what you do. You're a doctor. I know we'll go into that and what you do and how you help people.
Well, we run a recovery group, the Robb Kelly group, and we help people with addictions, any kind of addictions. We also go back to the family systems and we clear up childhood trauma and we push you into the greatest person you can be. We guarantee it. We don't just say we're going to do it, we guarantee it. That's what we do. 5 offices around the world, got great staff, great people, my wife. It's kind of been my family working with yours because until recently I got me, I got my wife, I got my sister, I got my brother-in-law, I got my niece, got my daughter who came into my life 4 years ago, and we're a tight, compact team. So yeah, we just, I don't know, man, it's human connection. We just love helping people.
And I love that because this is an emotional thing, addiction.
Oh man, no one's ever said that to me, Steve, but so true. It's a family recovery. It's a family illness. It's a family recovery. But most people don't know this, that most of our troubles today started from childhood trauma. But what most people don't know is you have to delve into that trauma and really pick apart. Everybody has trauma, childhood trauma. Everybody is. And what you're doing today here, you cannot correlate to what was said or was done to you here, but this is why you behave in this way. This is why you're not successful. This is whatever it is, it comes from this childhood trauma here.
And you said something before the show about you guarantee, like you said, 90 days or whatever that time frame is. If they follow your instruction, they'll be fine forever.
Oh, 100% ever. It's permanent. This is permanent. What we have to do is we rewire the brain, therefore rewire the central nervous system. We redirect neural pathways to make sure that the positive mind is working every single time, because the mind sits inside the brain. And if you make your mind up, the energy goes into the brain and anything is possible. I mean, look, guys, forget your political views for a second. I say this only, I don't get into politics, but I can't be president of the United States. We had a businessman running the country. with no political experience. Don't tell me that you can't do anything you want to do, because quantum physics backs me up here and says we can. As long as we can dream it and think it and visualize it here, we can actually hold it here.
I love that, because I just watched the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary. He was a celebrity, an actor, became governor of the United California, one of the biggest states in the country.
It's funny because I met him, Steve, back in 1979. He'd just done an underground movie called Pumping Iron, and he was doing some bodybuilding shows in Manchester. I was a bodybuilder. So our organization, I got to pick him up from the airport and take him back to the hotel. So let's talk about the mind for a second. This is what spurred me all off. So me and my friend took him round, took him shopping, back to the hotel. We spent hours with him. And I said to him one night, I said, hey, the bodybuilding is great and everything, but what are you going to do after the bodybuilding goes? And he said, oh no, he broken English, like really broken English, not like he is now. He says, I'm going to do 3 things with my life. And I said, well, what are the 3? He said, first of all, I'm going to become the highest paid movie star in the world. Well, we nearly fell off the chair because he couldn't even speak proper English, okay? So we got back up and we sat there and said, what's the second? He says, I'm going to be a governor of a state in America, preferably California. Well, I didn't know then. I thought, because he was born in Grass, I thought you had to be a resident or grow up in America. So I said, like, that's not possible. And I said, what's the third? And he said, I'm going to marry into the Kennedy family. Boom, boom, and boom. That's mindset for you.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I never forgot that. So every time I come to a problem, I see guys now want to build empires and businesses. The only thing stopping you is you and your trauma or your addictions. Everybody can do it. I've come from homelessness. I mean, literally living on a bench, begging for money to eat food for 14 months to where I am now. It's crazy what you can do once you get a connection with your higher power and rechange the way you think.
Amen. Wow, what's cool about this is you're not only solving addiction, you're making their lives 100% better, where they can make more money, make more, serve more people, make it more, affect people more in a positive way.
We tell patients all the time and say, listen, your salary will increase probably by about 25 to 50%. If you run your own company within 12 months, you'll be doubling what you've earned last year, because it all comes from here. Like you said before the show, Steve, it's here. It's not anybody out there, it's here, So yeah, your family will get on. Yeah, you have an amazing, income coming in, it'll be an amazing life. Of course it will, because all the problems, I never had a drinking problem, Steve. I had a thinking problem. I was never good enough, blonde enough, tall enough, thin enough, or rich enough. I grew up in the projects where people are telling me all the time, you'll never amount to anything. You're never going to be anybody. You just get a normal job digging the roads and be grateful that you're earning $10 a week. And there was something inside me, especially having spent some time with Arnold, that I knew that wasn't true. And so I followed the dream, because we test and research everything that we say. Okay. So we went to family and friends where grandparents were dying graciously, either at home or in hospital. And I asked them, can I go around and ask one question? And they said, of course you can. I said, what's one thing you would leave to tell somebody? And they all said this, Steve, I thought I had more time. We don't have time, guys. Date that girl, buy that house, start that business, build that empire today. How many parents have gone, 1 minute I'm sending them off to kindergarten, the next minute they're going to cook. That's time, man, that you can never get back. So don't rest back on your laurels going, you know something, I'll do it tomorrow. Do it today. And we have a 7.3 second rule that if you get up and make a move towards that, it will happen. If I'm sat on the couch tonight, I've got a big bag of chips, big can of Coke, and I go, hey, to my wife, I think I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Guys, I ain't going to the gym. I know it. She knows it. The dogs know it. The dogs know I'm not going to the gym. But in that 7.3 seconds, if I get up, go to the bedroom, get my sneakers, get my top, put it near the back door where my car is, there's a good chance of me going the next day.
All mindset change. That's all it is.
Yes.
Is it really this simple?
It's really that simple, but people don't believe it's that simple. And of course, the outlook upon life, a couple of things, is it good, is it bad? We don't know. So I had a patient that was a patient and her friend that was working in this company, and a new job come with a brand new company that started. And these both girls My girl was there longer than her. They both went for this job, and my girl didn't get it. And she was angry, Steve. She was like, you told me I'd do this, and you told me I'd do that. I said, is it good? Is it bad? Well, it's obviously bad. 3 or 4 weeks later, maybe 6 weeks later, that company was a shell company, it went under. That girl never got paid for a day's work there, and my girl stayed where she was until she found another job that she wanted. Is it good? Is it bad? We don't know.
That's a great story. Nothing to do with mindset, just the universe talking to you.
Yeah.
It's like those people.
I look at my life now, Steve, and I go, hey, you know, everything I went through, loss of children, homelessness, all that stuff. At the time, I thought it was absolutely the worst thing a human being. If there's a God up there, why would you, on earth, would you put me through this? But you know, when I look back, it was like a semester at Harvard University. The things I learned, the communication, the contact, the streetwise, that bodes me well today to be able to work with anybody. And I think we need them gifts. So if you're going through a period of your life going, oh my God, what went wrong? There's a reason, nothing lasts forever. There's a reason why you're going through that, and you won't know for years until you do something or get that job or go for an art house. You go, oh my, it happens to everybody. So it is that simple, and it is that easy, and everybody can do it. Unless you have severe brain damage or something like that, everybody can do it.
Yeah. And that's where, if they need help, you come in.
Yes, definitely. We take people from 45% to 100% every single time. We have a 97% success rate. In my industry, the average is 5%, because we've done all the study and all the research. We know what we're talking about. We're aggressive. I want you to succeed better than I ever have. That's the difference between us. It's like, I don't want to take your money. We don't do that, man. I could retire tomorrow and never work again. But it's not about that. It's about how many people can I help? You know, I have a God, okay? I have a God. And I always visualizing, you know, I live in a nice $1 million house. I drive crazy cars. I have, you know, great life. But, you know, when I get to heaven and knock on them doors, I think somebody's going to come to the door, and he's not going to ask, what car did you drive, Rob? He's not even going to ask, how much money did you earn, Rob? He's going to ask, how many people did you help, Rob? How many people did you bend down to the gutter and pull out, Rob, and hand them on to me? How many, Rob? That's how I'm going to be judged. So why not live life to the full in this moment, right now, talking to you, Steve, enjoying every second of it? Because if I'm feeling depressed, it's about something I've done in the past. If I'm feeling anxious, it's about my mind being in the future. Get in the 24 hours. It's phenomenal.
And anybody could do this, whether they get your help or not.
Yeah,
just changing that mindset.
Yeah, I mean, people say all the time, they go, hey, listen, you know, how do I start changing my mindset? Well, I'm going to change your mindset tomorrow morning, guys, okay? I just want you to do a couple of things for me. And if they don't change your mindset and you're not happy during the day, find me, text me, I'll send you $100 for wasting your time, okay? So go tomorrow morning, walk into the bathroom, look into the mirror and say, I love you 10 times. Just looking at yourself, I love you, I love you, I love you. Not going to feel anything, it's going to feel stupid, but we're replenishing the subconscious brain where all the crap lives, okay? Then, if you brush your teeth with your right hand, start brushing with your left. 1 week on, 1 week off. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is called breath work. When we take 10 or 20 exaggerated breaths in, oxygen flows to every part of the body. We only breathe 25% of our normal capacity. When we go to the gym, we think, oh, the exercise makes me feel good, gets the endorphins. No, it doesn't. It's the It's the oxygen in our body. Do them 3 things and you'll change your mindset in seconds when you walk out the door.
Talk about that breathing, which you told me earlier, how it affects your health.
Yeah, well, if any cancers or any growths or any inflammation in the body, it grows in a hypoxic area of the body. That means where there's no oxygen. Again, 25%. So that's when they grow. Any oxygen present will stop that growth. So when we start breathing the way we're supposed to breathe every morning, try 10 at first, it'll make you dizzy a little bit. It's supposed to, but flourish in that. And I tell you now, me and Gary Brecker come out with all this. It wasn't me, I'm not taking responsibility, but we share a couple of patients, and you will live 5 years longer. End of story.
When the breath and the quality of life.
Yeah,
Not just 5 years in a bed, but 5 years of high quality life.
100% high quality life. You will perform at a higher rate. You will attract the people up there if you're still down here. Your life will change forever. Once you just do them 3 simple things. It wasn't that like 3 minutes, 4 minutes to do in the morning. Your life will change. Trust me, it will.
I love you 10 times in the mirror. Switch back and forth your hand when you brush your teeth. And 20 in the morning and 20 at night. Deep breath.
Correct. Exaggeration. 1 week on, second week this. Back to this, back to this. What we're doing is creating new neural pathways. There are billions in the head. But with most people, because of the childhood trauma, most of them billions are to self-sabotage. Make sense, guys? What we need to do is get more self-care neural pathways. And this is just layman. Then we do self-sabotage. Because if you ever see yourself going through life and you almost got that job, or you almost dated that girl, or we start something and then we phase out over a couple of weeks, that's childhood trauma. Once we address that and get rid of that, it's like taking blinkers off in life. You go, first of all these clowns that are CEOs are just winging it. I can do that. Or if I see a friend get it, I can do that. And you see the world for what it is.
I know it works. I had a guest on my show 3 weeks ago that went through that for 2.5 years. Once they found out the right person found his solution, he was like living with his parents at 32 years old, multimillionaire, but he just brain fog from childhood trauma. So I know what he does, what Dr. Robb does. Listen to this guy. So if they want to reach out to you, how can they find you, Dr. Robb?
If you're just listening, guys, I'm not watching. I spell my name with 2 B's, ROBB, KELLY.com is the website. Jump onto any search engine, put Dr. Robb Kelly in there. All the pages will be up front. Only because I spell my name different. When I first came to America, I tried Robb Kelly, ROBKELY. It was like 20 grand for the domain. So we stuck a B in there and it was $3. So jump on there, guys. Come and see us, like us. If you do see the website, you'll see the book in the background. It's all charity. We don't take a dime off that book. Records to prove that. If you want to buy the book, great. If you don't, great. It makes no difference to me. But just have fun, guys. Contact us, Oh, but remember this. I'm not here to sell you services, okay? So you have to earn. You can't pay for our services. You have to earn them. So what I want to say to people out there, if you're struggling right now, whether it be from addiction or trauma, lost your job or whatever, and you feel like you're almost suicidal in that horrible place we're all talking about, 214-600-0210 is my personal phone number. Text me and I will call you back as soon as I'm free. And I will give you a pep talk, a 10 to 50 minute pep talk that will change your life. And again, if it doesn't, I will send you $100 for wasting your time. Because I would rather spend 10 or 50 minutes on the phone with you than hear of your funeral a couple of weeks later.
Oh, amen. Oh, brother, and we just met today, and it's. I feel like you're a brother, and I could say that. I'm going to do something too. First 5 people that reach out to you, Dr. Robb, I'm going to send them each a $20 Amazon gift card.
Wow. That's never been done. Never.
Listeners, just reach out. The first 5, he'll send me your contact info, your email, and I'll email you. Because I've spent this show and probably 15 minutes before, I'm inspired, I'm motivated to share these little tips with others, because that's why you're a servant. You're not going to hold this and coddle what you have. You want to share it with the world. And listeners, we need your help. Reach out to Dr. Robb. What is the biggest thing your clients, is the biggest problem for them that you have to solve? It might be a simple solve. Is there one thing that really stands out?
Yeah, it's not believing in themselves. I mean, in a quick nutshell, guys, let me relate this to we're kids that throw the balls about, or in England we used to kick football. Johnny, what do you want to be? Astronaut. What do you want to be? Billy, a professional football player. What happened to them dreams? I'll tell you, they were kicked out of you by family members and friends and caregivers, so start believing you can do whatever you put your mind to.
I love that, because you're talking about my life, because I've had issues with people that didn't believe in me, and I listened to them, and that's not the good thing. Regards to with patients and your foundation, let's talk about that, because I think that's really cool what you do with your foundation.
So the foundation basically is to cover and help people less unfortunate than me or us or me and you, Steve. And it can range from anything. You know, you have to fill a couple of forms in, send it in, and we look at it. And let's say, for instance, as simple as dad's got out of jail or dad's just got out of rehab, and the judge wants him in front of him to see if he sees kids. We'll buy you a brand new suit, brand new shoes. We'll get you there. We'll pay you legal fees. We just want people to have a great shot in life, because most people are genuine, Steve, given a chance. I was given a chance. You know, I was given a chance when somebody found me on the streets. His name was Derek. Let me be your Derek, guys.
Amen. That what an offer, listeners. Everybody's out there, especially with COVID. How much has this changed with COVID? I know it's been a problem before.
That's a brand new show, to be honest, Steve.
Yes, we will have you back talking.
We haven't seen the effect of that yet. What's the worst thing you could do to a human being? Isolation. Most people on death row, by the time they reach the chair on the ejection, are insane. Why? Because of the isolate. We weren't meant to be isolated. So all of a sudden, we find divorces went up by 16%, alcoholism went up by 42%. It's crazy. So we're not seeing the fallout from that, but that's a great topic.
Yeah, we'll bring you back for another show. That's fantastic. And the foundation, how can people help with the foundation?
Just Robb Kelly Foundation, the robkellyfoundation.org is the website. You'll also see it on the other website. Just donate, guys. $10, 10 million doesn't make any difference. Obviously, if you donate from our heart, we'd love to get $5 off you, $10 off you. And you will always get a report where that money went. You'll get the name, and you'll get a phone number of the guy that you just helped, you know, in his way of life. We don't just spend willy-nilly. Everything is monitored and sent out to our donors saying, thank you so much. Johnny, who you donated $50 to, bought a brand new pair of shoes. He went to court. He saw the judge. Now he sees his kids 2 or 3 times a week.
I like that. And donate whatever you can. And guess what? I'm going to be a leader here. I'm going to go after this show and I leave Dr. Robb. I'm going to donate right now. So listeners, follow me. 5, 10, 15, $1 million. It doesn't matter. It's the act of doing it. If 10 people did, 1,000 people did $10, that's $10,000. We could probably help how many people?
Oh, it's unmentionable, because what is helping somebody? Giving them someone $5 to buy clothes for her and food for her and the baby. How many of them people are going to go on to help another person because we did? So it's again, you hit the nail on the head. We never know how many people we're helping. But it comes from their heart, man, and you know, it's just it's unbelievable. But I gotta say now, I've done thousands of these. So when Courtney says you're doing a meet and greet, I go, oh God, I hate these guys who think they're so important. But straight away, we was on the show because we got on so well, Steve. And secondly, no one's ever donated when I put this over by leading and say, hey, I'm going to start this off by donating myself. I can't even. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for a couple of things. Because listen, nobody thanks and tells anybody anymore. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for leading people. Thank you for helping millions of people with the ripple effect. Because I know sometimes where we are can be a little bit lonely. You're absolutely an amazing guy, and this is definitely the best podcast I've ever done.
Well, Dr. Robb, thank you. That's an honor. Thank you, throwing back at you for being on here and short notice. Just so you guys know, listeners, we jumped on a call and I said, let's just do the show. I'm inspired. I'm ready to do my breathing, brush my teeth, and say I love you to myself. I'm ready to roll. You guys do it. With that being said, we've ran out of time. We've gone over, which is good. Dr. Robb, you've given us so many nuggets and knowledge. What's one more thing you can leave my audience?
Dialogue. The more friends you make, the more people you meet, the better on in life you do. Contacts are everything. And it's not about you. Go and help somebody, compliment 3 people today. Dopamine's released. We love some dopamine, guys. Okay? So get out there, compliment 3 people, and you tell me if you don't feel good or not, because you will.